Hey everybody, and welcome to the Meaning to Live Judd Says YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about rats. You ever owned a rat? I've never owned a rat. I hear they're delightful pets. At one point in time, though, they were used, they probably still are. In the 60s, they were used by this dude named B.F. Skinner. He was a behavioral psychologist out of Harvard, and he did this experiment where he put rats in cages, and then he put drugs in one of the expenditure boxes, I don't know, the boxes where you can actually get food and stuff, and then he put water in the other one, and he just let them in there, and lo and behold, they're just like rapping all over the place to get drugs, and then they die, right? And that's the message. That's the video I saw actually when I was in school at some point. It might have been a commercial. In any case, B.F. Skinner, the Skinner box is the experiment. So that was in the 60s. In the 70s, this dude named Bruce Alexander saw that and is like, that's a cool experiment, but why don't we tweak it a little bit? And rather than having the box or these little rats in an isolated box all by themselves, he put them in a rat park. He put them in a big, like a big place to play. He's got little spin wheels and tubes and confetti and whatever else rats love. He just put it all in there, and then he filled the park with other rats. So they had this social connection and society going on. And then, just like B.F. Skinner, he put the two options, drugs or water. Well, I think it was like water in both of them, but one was drugs and water, and then the other one was just water. Drug-laced water, water. Can I make it more confusing? You get the picture, though. Drugs or life. And oddly enough, in this rat park, none of the rats chose the drugs. They did, actually. They came, like the ones that were already addicted, he put those in there too, like just to make sure it wasn't just some weird fluke. He went and put those ones that are already addicted to the drugs, he put them in there, and they were still addicted, but they weaned themselves off. They had the withdrawals and everything else because they chose their society, they chose connection over the drugs. Wild, right? So the same kind of thing happened with Vietnam, with the Vietnam War, not the Vietnam War itself, but the soldiers, right? Our warriors that went over there, 20%, it's estimated, were on drugs. They used heroin. It was super pure, and they called it skag, and they used it. The United States was horrified, like, what are we going to do? Like, we have all these drug addicts coming home. And, you know, oddly enough, they stopped using drugs when they got home. A large majority of them stopped using drugs. Could it be that the opposite of addiction isn't sobriety, but connection? Johann Hari, I don't know how to say his name, he came up with the statement of the opposite of addiction isn't sobriety, the opposite of addiction is connection. And this idea explains the whole rat park success. The scary part about this is that as our society gets higher and higher advanced, more and more advanced in technology, we're becoming more and more disconnected from each other. I'm looking at you, Facebook. I'm looking at you, Instagram. And yes, I know yeah, I'm going to post this on you both. So in any case, what those apps do, what those social media does is it pretends to be a connecting device, and it really doesn't connect. It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Hey, we're going to be friends. We're going to do likes. But it doesn't do anything in regards to connection. There's a chemical called oxytocin, and that's actually released when we have a real connection, a physical connection. It's called the cuddle chemical. Even dogs, if you pet a dog, you're feeling some oxytocin. You're feeling a connection. You don't feel it on social media. So as this gets more and more popular, more and more people are looking at it and spending their time on it, we're being more and more disconnected. It's no wonder that drug use is skyrocketing. So that is the Judd Says YouTube for the day. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe. I did a blog on this as well, found at www.meaningtolive.com. Thanks for your support. I'll talk to you next time.